Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are following me in all my videos, I did share before with you guys that I took an IELTS academic exam just a few weeks ago here in Canada because I needed it for my postgraduate studies. And in this video, I will be sharing with you some tips and tricks on how I got a band score of 9 in IELTS reading. Last October, I did took the IELTS academic exam, computer-based here in Toronto, Canada, and I shared my results comparing how I did perform from my general training way back 3 years ago and how I performed this time with the academic exam for my studies. So I was able to get a band score of 9 in IELTS reading. So first step for me is to decide whether you want to go the paper-based route or the computer-based route. As I shared in my previous video, for IELTS reading, I am 100% recommending to get the computer-based exam. This is because it's easier for me, well, at least for me, but I bet it's also easier for everyone because what they do is actually split the screen. So when you're taking a computer-based exam, you actually see a split screen when you're taking the reading exam. So this part of the screen will be the passage or the reading text on the side, and then the questions will be on the other side. So why is it easier? If you compare it with a paper-based exam, you will have the reading in one page and then you will have your questions on the other page. So it will be hard to compare because you have to flip your pages from the passage and the questions multiple times. While if you are doing it in a computer, it's in a side-by-side view. So it's easier for you to highlight some keywords on your questions and find that keywords on your passage, which is just in one screen. Also, with the computer-based, you will be able, as I mentioned, to highlight keywords and make notes. So if you see a keyword, you just need to highlight them. So just double click on the word, right click, and then click on the highlight option so that it's easier for you to visualize the keywords on your questions and also the keywords on your passage. There is also a notes option, but personally, I don't recommend using the notes option. It will just take a lot more of your time. So having the keywords is enough. Highlighting the keywords is the key. Also, with computer-based, you are able to copy paste the words. So if, let's say, you think that this word from the passage is the correct answer, you could just copy that and paste it on the answer box. Next is the timer. So if you're taking a computer-based exam, you will be able to see the timer at the top right part, if I'm not mistaken. So if not there, there will always be a part of the screen dedicated for the timer. So it's easier for you to manage your time because you know how many minutes have passed or how many minutes you have left to answer or complete your answer in the reading exam. Next tip is to familiarize yourself with the different types of questions in the IELTS reading. So depending on the types of the questions, you will know if the answers are in order or if they're not in order. This will help you save time so you know where to find your answer and then you don't have to read the entire passage at all. Remember, the key in IELTS reading is skimming. So once, let's say, you know exactly what type of question or what type of problem you are doing, then you know if you need to just focus on the specific part or if you have to go through and find your answer in the entire passage. So these are the types of questions that answers usually comes in order. First is missing words. Questions like true, false, not given, yes, no, not given. These are also in order, as well as multiple choice. Questions where answers are not in order would be matching headings, matching paragraphs, match sentence endings, as well as questions in the third section of the reading exam. Next tip is to familiarize yourself with synonyms as well as paraphrasing. As you know, IELTS love paraphrasing. So your questions will not have the exact same keyword as what you have in your passage. So don't find, let's say, the keywords that you see in your questions exactly as how they are in the passage. IELTS would normally paraphrase it to confuse the examinee. So make sure that you are very familiar in paraphrasing or synonyms so that you will be able to know if that is the correct answer to your question. Next tip is to use the review function in the actual exam. So there is this review function wherein if you are not extremely sure about your answer in a specific question, you can mark that question for review. Once you're done answering all of your questions and you have time to spare, then go back to all those questions that you marked for review and check if you want to change your answer or just to make sure that you are satisfied with the answer that you have given for that specific question. And related to the previous tip, I would also say that it is important that you don't spend too much time on one question. Answer as much questions as you can with the time that is provided to you. Next is make sure you do a mock exam. So this will help you practice the timing when you do your actual exam. So there are lots of resources online where you could do mock exams. If you sign up for British Council for your IELTS exam, they do have a Road to IELTS resource that you can use to practice your listening, reading, and writing exam. One great resource that I found as well, if you're currently in Canada and living in Toronto, and if you do have access to your Toronto Public Library card, they have great resources for IELTS review and IELTS mock exam online. So make sure that you go to the Toronto Public Library website and get these valuable resources. And of course, before your exam day, make sure that you are well rested and ready to take the exam on the next day. And on the exam day, make sure you give yourself enough time to travel, going to your exam place, relax, and of course, follow the instructions that were provided to you by your exam center. So again, thank you guys for watching my video, and if you want more immigration related videos, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Thank you and see you guys again. Bye!